Okay, so this video you're about to watch is going to show you how I did these curls. And I just did some nice bouncy curls that pretty much is just taming my hair. So at this point you could always do something up top just to like clip it up, just to pull it up off your face, or leave it down, whatever you want to do. You can run your hands through it to kind of separate these curls a little bit. It's totally up to you, but this will show you how I tame my hair. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hi everybody. I've had several people comment on my hair and how it looks so tame when I fix it, when I curl it. This is my natural hair. It's very big. It's got a lot of curl and wave to it. As you can see, it's got all different kinds of textures. There's very, very coarse silver hair, which very stubborn hair, and it's got very, very fine hair. So it's kind of a mixed textures. Some of it's straighter, some of it's, like I said, curly and wavy, but my hair loves heat. So one of the best things I found, which it takes forever to do, so I will fast forward through parts of this, but I just want to show you how easy how easy it can be to turn hair from looking like this to very tamed hair. So if you have a favorite, like a chi spray or any kind of heat spray that you use, you'll want to go ahead and make sure your hair is dry, spray that in, and then brush it out. Unfortunately, it's probably not the best thing, but I do not always do that because my hair tends to break out with my hair. I can't talk today. My scalp, there we go, tends to break out with a lot of products. So I know you're not supposed to, but I don't normally put anything on my hair, or if I do, I make sure that it's just on the ends and I don't spray it on my face, because that will tend to break my face out. And if I end up waking up and I'm sleeping on my hair, then I will tend to get breakouts there too. But it just breaks my scalp out if I use the wrong products. So anyway, use your heat sprays. That's what I would recommend, unless you are like me and they tend to break you out. And if you find something that does not break you out, that is wonderful, please let me know. So what I do is just brush my hair out, and then I will separate it into two sections. So I'll figure out where my part is going to be. And sorry, I've got a shirt that's going to go over this. Believe me, I would not go out and just with this shirt on. But you want to figure out where you want your part for the day. I just kind of see where mine wants to fall. It doesn't have to be straight. It's not a big thing for me. So I'm just going to have all this massive hair towards the front. If it gets in the way and you are afraid that you're going to lose where you stopped, it's really easy to figure it out, because it will just feel so much different if you have texture like mine. But you can just put a little ponytail, hold it right there, take the rest, and what I'm using is a curling wand. It would help if I turned it on. So now I'm going to let that heat up. So I will fast forward through this in the video as well. Well, while it's heating up, I'll go ahead and tell you. I'm using a curling wand. I don't know what the size is. I would have to go back and look, but it's probably a 2-inch, guessing, curling wand. And I don't know, it's got the longer one. And there's different ways you can use these. You can take your hair and you can just wrap it and you'll get one curl, or you can take it and then as you, which was probably what I'm going to do today, as you wrap it around, if you try to keep your hair flat instead of twisting it like this, but try to keep it flat as it goes around, it will give you a more curled look. This is something that, depending on how tight of curl you want your hair and how long you want it to stay, you can spray that and you can actually hold it up and or put it in pins. But I just kind of want to go with a soft curl, and I'm just basically want to tame this mess, and it kind of helps keep the static and stuff out of it. So that's my goal for today. So okay, I think these heat up pretty fast, so yep, it's good to go. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of finger comb my hair here and make sure I got everything, all the knots out of it, the rats that tend to live in it. I'm gonna take a little section of hair, and it's not a real huge section, just a real small section. And I will tend to grab, I don't want the same type of curl all the way. I want to give it a little bit of a variety, so you don't have to pick up the same amount each time. But see how I'm kind of turning that to keep that hair flat? And then I'm just moving my fingers, and you have to be careful, this will burn. And if it sticks up a little bit, don't worry about it. And you're just going to hold that for about 15 to 20 seconds. And then just let it fall. And you can just let it relax, and you'll have that nice soft curl. Or I'll show you on a different piece how you can actually, and if you just want to grab it and then take about half of that, make sure I'm getting my, it's hard to do on my phone. I'm gonna have to not look at you and look at my mirror here. And see, I'm twisting and I'm turning the hair as I twist it around the wand to keep it nice and flat. And I'm just going to hold it. Now I'm going to let it drop into my hand. That way it will cause that curl to cool off as you're holding it, and that'll give it a little bit more curl. And this is where I said you could take these and you could pin them and hold it, but you'll just hold it and just kind of shake that curl a little bit, let your hair kind of cool off, and then drop it, and see how that makes a tighter curl than if you just release it. And you can mix this throughout your hair so you don't have identical curls all through your hair. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed through this. If you see that there's hairs that you're missing, you can either redo it or just leave it, or sometimes after I let the curl fall, I'll come back and I'll just try to get those ends again. But I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking taming my hair and that nice curled texture. So just grab what you can that falls out and wrap it over, and if it sticks out, it doesn't look bad, promise. Now I just thought about that on this one because you can feel the product from yesterday. I did, after I washed my hair yesterday, put mousse on my hair. So if you are doing it from a second day, beware of what you put on your hair will cook, I guess. I don't know. That's not the right. It doesn't bother my hair to do that, but if your hair is sensitive to heat and products getting hot on it, just beware of that. But I really prefer to curl my hair on the second day because it does have leftover mousse in it, because I do not use a hairdryer on my hair very often because it takes so freaking long to dry my hair. So second day is best for me. But it does hold the curl tighter when you have leftover product versus when it's just dry. So that does make a difference in your curl as well. So you can totally mousse your hair one day, let it just dry naturally, and then you'll have leftover product. So this is side one. That is the short side. I should have timed that on how long that took. But you can see the difference that makes. You can totally just spray this down if you want to keep that, or what I do is let it set, and then you can sometimes just run your fingers through it to break those curls up. But I just let that set. I'll just throw it to the back and then continue on with the other side. And if you have any questions about anything I'm doing, or if you have an easier way, please share. I also do a curling technique where I put all my hair up in a ponytail and do it that way. It just gives it a little bit different look, and I don't do the curls this side. If you notice, I was going back. This side, I'm going to do the opposite direction. So when I do the ponytail method, I just do random directions on that. So here we go, side two. My hands do get very tired doing this. It's a lot of hair. It's very, very thick hair. But what's nice is after you do this, the next day, it is still, for my hair anyway, it's still pretty tame. So I can just freshen up the curls or just throw it in a ponytail or something for that third day. So I wash it and then usually just mousse it out to where it like a natural curl, like what I had it before I did anything to it a while ago. For day one, day two, if I'm doing anything anyway, curl. And obviously have the time because this is not fast for my hair. Depends on how much time I want to put into myself and what I want to do to my makeup that day. And then day three, either freshen up the curls or it's still pretty tame and I can just put it in a ponytail. The smaller the pieces, the tighter curls and the more curls you'll get. Like I said, I just kind of do a variety. I don't worry about uniformity. Everybody has their own preference. And believe me, if I can do this, you can do this. I am far from any kind of professional when it comes to hair or makeup, which some of you know that I am a unique presenter because I fell in love with their products. So if you haven't watched any of those videos, please feel free to check those out. And I'll put the link below for my VIP group, just because that's where I post news first before I put it on my other pages, and then any specials that I have on any products or just informational things, that's where I put them first. Let's see, ooh, that's a little springy curl. It's very important, though, to take time for yourself. Make yourself look good. I found out that if you just wake up, take your shower, whatever you're doing, and just never do anything to yourself, you just feel kind of blah. Where if you get up, fix your hair, put your makeup on, or just put your makeup on and do a cute bun, which I would love to know how to do if somebody could teach me how to do all this massive hair in a bun without it falling. Or just a ponytail, or just if you have naturally tame hair. But when you put a little effort into how you look and you're proud of how you look, that changes how you feel. And that is so important. Especially for women, our hormones tend to get the best of us, and my lack of normal hormones, I'm on artificial, but still, it's a fight sometimes. We let Satan get in our heads and tell us things that aren't true. And when you feel better about yourself, you tend to not listen to that ugliness as much, because it just increases your confidence in yourself and just makes you a little stronger to deal with that. Sorry to untwist. Okay, if you see gaps in your hair like this, just take this and pull it out to where you're not grouping those together. Try to put in strands of hair that want to be together. It will definitely be beneficial to the overall look. Now for around my face, I do want that curl to hold a little bit longer, so I'm going to make sure that that cools off. So I'm going to hold this piece a little bit longer. So then that will kind of keep that, because I don't want like a really, really tight curl, but I wanted that loose, but something that's going to last. I don't know if that makes sense at all. Okay, now I'm going to take this little section here, even though it's a small section, I'm still going to do it in 2 parts, but you want to do the bottom part of that first, but leave enough to where you're going to have a nice curl section. So leave about this much to do your last final curl. And then any kind of loose hairs that you have around your face, you can just try to pick them up with this section. Remember to keep those curls, that hair laying flat as best you can. Okay, and the smaller you do those, the more ringlets you can have. So it's just all preference. Okay, so now I'm going to take this last section, and what I like to do is I will start at the top, but I'll pull it out to where I'm really starting a lot of my curl further down my face, and then sometimes I will leave the very end uncurled, and sometimes I'll curl it. It just kind of depends on the mood for the day. So you want to get it flat, and you can probably see what I'm doing with my hands with being up closer. Now I'm going to wrap as normal, but then I'm going to slightly pull it out, twist that hair to where it stays flat, and I'm going to go ahead and curl it to the end today. So, and then I'm going to angle it, point it down, and that's just going to change where that falls. And then instead of holding that, I'm just going to drop it. Now, I'm going to do a quick spray on my hair, whatever your favorite hairspray is that you have. What I have is not my favorite, but it's what I have at the moment. So let me spray it real quick. My favorite, our local Walmart stopped selling it, and it does not make me happy. And now before you spray it, if there's anything, like you see any ends that you just want to retouch to get a tighter curl, you can just simply pick up those ends and just remember to go in the same direction and then just hold it. And you can totally work on the tips of your hair. Be careful, this will burn if you're touching it at all. I have burned my fingers several times. Okay. Okay, and what I will do, there's the curls, just the raw curls. What I will do now is put my hair in a headband, and then I'll do my makeup. And then that kind of gives that lift off my face as well. But before I do that, let me go ahead and show you what the back looks like. See if you can see. And you can totally leave it just like this or run your fingers through it to kind of break those curls up. I hope this was helpful to some of those who are like me that are just trying to tame their hair but are not very skilled. I am not skilled. So ladies, if I can do this, you can do this. And don't forget to rid those negative thoughts in your head, because you were made for a reason. You're here for a reason. God didn't put you on this earth to just be Karen. I'm just Karen. No, I'm meant to be somebody. May not know who that is yet, but I guarantee you a big part is a wife and mother to my kids. And I'm hoping that just by making some of these videos and letting everybody see my journey through my low self-esteem and lack of confidence, just building that up daily through God's word and through socializing with my Y sisters, and just the love I have for people. And I want to help somebody to not feel the way I feel. And so I'm working on the interior beauty in my own life, and I hope that you'll work on yours as well if that's a struggle in your life. God bless. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and click like and subscribe if you want to follow this. And I would love for you to share this if you thought it was useful at all. Have a great day, ladies.